Hello, I'm David Weisberg, and this is my video assignment for Module 1. Let me give you a little background about myself. I graduated with a history degree from Washburn University, and then I ended up moving to Utah to take a job in retail. Eventually, I moved back to Topeka, and I finished my elementary education degree, and I ended up teaching for multiple years. I eventually left teaching for an opportunity to run the family business, which I did for many years, but I went back to teaching in the year 2015. I teach at St. Francis West Academy. It's a facility for youth that require psychiatric treatment. I'm a reading and current events teacher. I teach from grades 6 through 12. I have many students who are learning disabled, mentally retarded, and intellectually disabled. St. Francis Academy faculty arrangement. We have 6 staff teachers, 3 pairs, and 1 educational coordinator. All the teachers there have multiple years of teaching in public school and now are employed by Smoke Hill Education Service Center. This is my 3rd year, and we have had hardly any turnover, although this year we will be getting a new math teacher. Smoke Hill Education Service Center. Smoke Hill Education Service Center is a cooperative of many school districts combined, and they share pool resources. We are contracted through St. Francis to teach at their facility. We teach 181 contact days like a regular school, but we also teach half days for the month of June. SHESC has been a very good fit for me and my teaching style, and the staff I work with is top-notch. My work is heavily invested in the use of technology. The kids improve skills from typing to reading for content on such computer programs as OdysseyWare, Mayan, and TeamVis. The impact of technology on my classroom is very evident, as students have 1 computer for 1 student, and they begin work with just a very few simple prompts. We encourage independent learning skills so the students may become a lifelong learner. Many of the students struggle academically, and we try to foster a sense of achievement through the use of technology. Critique of my use of technology? I would say that a true critique of my use of technology would have many good points and a couple of negative points. Good points: teaching is student-focused. Programs adjust themselves for the change of their lifestyles, and the students can receive instant feedback on their reading skills. A couple of the negative would be variation is a struggle, difficult for lower functioning students, and does not encourage research skills with actual books. A way to improve current practices at my school. Okay. Sorry about the phone call. I'm at the corporate office. Ways to improve current practices would be more collaboration with teachers between different disciplines, more communication between teachers about students and disruptive behaviors. Hey, did this work for you? Or what works for you? Do you think I could implement that in my classroom? Things like that. And maybe more leeway to individualize curriculum to meet the students' needs. Thematic curriculum, I think, is a great idea. It would probably work great at my school. It would be beneficial for all the teachers to decide on a theme, and then everybody work towards that theme and teach projects, conflict resolution, maybe applying the scientific method to everyday situations. I believe the rule of 3 would apply here, as students are exposed to and have the material delivered in 3 ways. The student will improve their chances of retention. An example would be like a World War II theme. In English, we do literature from that time. History, we'd read about specialized events. Science would be like technological breakthroughs at that time. Math would be story problems and probably statistical analysis. But you could expand it or condense it depending on your students and how far you're willing to go with it. Funding, I do not believe there would be any additional funding at this time. Not to say that later in the future we might ask for some funding, but at this time I believe we have all the tools we have been furnished with, and I do not believe we would need additional funding at this time. The standards I chose, I went with ISTE. Number 4, the systematic improvement, says educational administrators provide digital age leadership and management to continuously improve the organization through the effective use of information and technology resources. Section A, lead purposeful change to maximize the achievements of learning goals through the appropriate use of technological resources. For program standards, I chose Category 1, Vision and Goals. Function 1 would be collaborate candidates, understands and collaboratively develop, articulate, implement learning for a school activity. It'd be VG1A, support a collaborative process for developing and implementing a school vision. Thank you for your time.